Hello dear friends, glad to be back. Today is still 5th of December, now it's 3:30 middle of the day by Moscow time. I'm Levan Gudadzen, this is my second update for the day, in which I will share a short summary of the situation on Ukrainian battlefield during the previous 24 hours, according to report from Russian Defense Ministry. I hope you will find this video useful and interesting, and if so, please, dear friends, click that like button, leave some commentary about any topic you like, and share this video. It will be very helpful to me to further develop this project. So let's begin with the news itself. So Russian Defense Ministry's report on the progress of special military operation report for 5th of December 2023 about previous 24 hours. So according to Russian Defense Ministry, in Kupiansk direction, units of Russian Zapad group of forces supported by aviation, artillery and heavy flamethrower systems repelled 3 local scale counterattacks of assault groups of 43rd Mechanized and 47th Mechanized Infantry Brigades of Ukrainian Armed Forces near Ivanovka settlement and Sinkovka settlement. This is Kharkov region. Dear friends, let me show you on the map. So we are talking about Kupiansk direction. So this is the main area of clashes. And according to Russian Defense Ministry, the Zapad group of forces of Russian army inflicted the damage on a cluster of manpower of Ukrainian armed forces and hardware close to Pishchane settlement, Berestovoe, which is Kharkov region, and also Nevskaya settlement, which is Lugansk People's Republic. Up to 35 Ukrainian military personnel, 2 armored fighting vehicles and 1 Gvozdika self-prepared artillery systems have been eliminated as a result of these local scale skirmishes or clashes in Kupiansk direction. Next is Krasny Liman direction, and according to Russian Defense Ministry, the center group of forces of Russian army with the support of aviation and artillery inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of 63rd and 66th Mechanized Brigades of Armed Forces of Ukraine near Chervona Dibrova settlement, which is Lugansk People's Republic, and Serbiansky Forestry. The AFU losses of Armed Forces of Ukraine amounted to up to 55 Ukrainian military personnel and 2 motor vehicles. So Serbiansky Forestry is this area, by the way, this area here, and report from Russian Defense Ministry is exactly about this forestry that we can see on this map. Let's continue. Next is Donetsk direction, always quite active in comparison to other sectors of the front. So according to Russian Defense Ministry, units of a Yug group of forces supported by aviation and artillery repelled 4 local scale counteroffensives of Ukrainian armed forces, and as a result of these local scale clashes, significant damage was inflicted on manpower of Ukrainian armed forces, hardware near Bogdanovka, Klishevka and Toretsk areas, which is the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian army lost in this sector during the previous 24 hours about 270 military personnel, as well as 2 armored fighting vehicles. Next is South Donetsk direction. Units of Vostok group of forces of Russian army with the assistance of helicopters, attack helicopters and artillery inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of 79th Air Assault Brigade, as well as 102nd and 128th Territorial Defense Brigades of Ukrainian Armed Forces near Novomikhailivka, Urozhaynaya, This is Donetsk People's Republic, and Levadnoe, which is Zaporozhye region, and we are talking about South Donetsk direction in this case, which is here, by the way. And main hotspot traditionally in this area is so-called Vremevsky salient. As we can see in Russian Defense Ministry's reports, there are no information about any crucial changes on the front line. Mainly it's local scale skirmishes, artillery duels, and reckoning force operations on the ground. But let's continue. And next, and well, according to Russian Defense Ministry, during the previous 24 hours, a total of 245 Ukrainian troops, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 4 motor vehicles, 1 Msta B howitzer and 1 D-30 howitzer have been neutralized by Russian forces. So quite high number of casualties on part of Ukrainian armed forces in South Donetsk direction. In previous days, there was a calm in this sector of the front line, but previous 24 hours we clearly can see that there was some significant increase in hostilities between the sides. Next is Zaporozhye sector of the front line, where units of a Russian group of forces repelled one Ukrainian counteroffensive of the 117th Mechanized Brigade's assault group close to Uspenovka settlement. This is, of course, Zaporozhye sector of the front line. In addition, airstrikes and artillery fire struck the personnel and hardware of 65th Mechanized Brigade of Ukrainian Armed Forces close to Rabotina and Dorozhnyanka. This is also Zaporozhye sector of the front line, although in comparison to South Donetsk sector of the front, situation in Zaporozhye direction is significantly calmer, but yet again, just in comparison with South Donetsk direction, where Ukrainian forces lost almost 250 military personnel killed and wounded during the previous 24 hours. In Zaporozhye sector of the front line, Ukrainian army lost about 50 military personnel, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 4 pickup trucks, and 1 Gvozdika B gun. And Kherson direction, according to report from Russian Defense Ministry, as a result of Russian group of forces actions, artillery, also with support of artillery and aviation, the Ukrainian armed forces lost about 40 military personnel, 5 motor vehicles on the right bank of the Dnieper River, because Ukrainian side don't really have heavy military equipment on the left bank, and also 1 US-made M777 artillery system with 1 Gvozdika, together with 1 Gvozdika self-prepared artillery system. So this heavy military equipment, motor vehicles and howitzers were destroyed on the right bank of the Kherson region, and manpower, mainly Ukrainian side was lost on the left bank of the Dnieper River, where AFU, armed forces of Ukraine, are still holding to these small bridgeheads or footholds. I will say this is not even close to be a bridgehead. Small footholds in Krinky area, and also in area of Aleshki, right next to destroyed Antonovsky Bridge and the railway bridge. This is when it comes to Kherson region of the front line. And well, let's continue with additional information. According to Russian Defense Ministry, operational, tactical and army aviations, unmanned aerial vehicles and missile troops and artillery of Russian group of forces have engaged AFU manpower and hardware in 103 areas during the day. And also, dear friends, Russian air defense units shot down 2 MiG-29, 2 Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter jets in Shirokoe area near the Shirokaya settlement, which is Dnipropetrovsk region, and also in Berezhny Votaya, which is Nikolaev region. So one MiG-29 was shot down in the Dnipropetrovsk region, one is in Nikolaev region, as well as one Mi-8 helicopter close to Pishane, which is Kharkov region. In addition, 74 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles were intercepted near Sergeyevka, Lugansk People's Republic, Gorlovka, Spornoye, Yalinskaya, Donetsk People's Republic, Chubarevka, Tokmak, this is Zaporozhye region, Novaya Kakhovka, Ivanovka, Kherson region, as well as one HARM anti-radar missile. And well, this is it when it comes to a report of Russian Defense Ministry about previous 24 hours. As we clearly can see, there was no significant changes on any of the sectors of the front line. It's mainly artillery duels between the sides, local level skirmishes, reckoning force operations, and drone wars. Also, of course, Russian side has an upper hand when it comes to missile, long-range missile strikes. And dear friends, before I end this short update, I will share with you information about about yet another attempt of Ukrainian side, Kiev regime, to strike deep inside Russian territory in direction of Crimea. And according to latest reports, early hours of this morning, Russian air defense systems did manage to shut down about 30 Ukrainian drones in Crimea directions. There was no reports about casualties on the ground or any more or less significant damage. This is it for now. I hope you will find this video useful and interesting, and if so, please, I will repeat myself, but please click that like button, leave some commentary about any topic you like, and share this video with your friends. And well, if you can, and if you have such opportunity, please consider to support my work on this project with small donations through PayPal, buy me a coffee, or by subscribing to my Patreon page. You can see links under this video in the description box or in the pinned comment. This is it for now. Have a great day and take care.